Hi guys, my name is Nick. Welcome to my channel. Let's go through the key news items that have been moving the market in the last 24 hours. So before we start, I just want to make one thing clear. I'm not a financial advisor, so whatever you hear in this video is for entertainment purposes only. So without further ado, let's get into the news. The first one I want to cover today is Cardano. All those ADA fans, all of you must be very happy today. It's ADA is pumping. I think we've touched $2 as at the time of this recording. Why? The reason is Cardano says smart contracts will go live in September. So Cardano's team has confirmed that smart contracts are scheduled to launch on the blockchain with the Alonso hard fork on September 12th. The launch will allow for DeFi, NFTs and gaming apps to go live on Cardano. Cardano's ADA token has surged today in anticipation for the update. It's now the third biggest cryptocurrency by market cap. There's a lot of fan following for Cardano. In full disclosure, I also own about 2-3% of my portfolio is ADA. I've not gone heavy on ADA. My portfolio I've gone very heavy on Ethereum. I think this is my personal view. I know a lot of people love ADA. I feel that it's still not a proven tech yet. So once this goes live, once we see a lot of smart contracts coming into play, we'll have to see how that's going to change the entire DeFi and NFT marketplace, right? So right now, even if you look at the NFT marketplace, NFT gaming has picked up significantly in the last few weeks, and the games that have been built on Ethereum are the ones which are doing the best at the moment. Look at Axie Infinity. There's so many other games that are built on Ethereum. They are the ones who are doing really well. There are a lot of games that are built on Binance Smart Chain as well. They're fairly okay, but I think the legitimacy or the attraction around games that are built in Ethereum seems more robust and long term from a vision perspective. So I'm just comparing it with games like Axie Infinity and Crypto Blades, etc. So the point is, Cardano is going live on September 12th. Hopefully, this is what everybody has been expecting. Cardano ADA delivers to the promises that they've been making for the last 2-3 years, and it's good for the crypto market. As I said earlier, I've got 2-3% of my portfolio dedicated to ADA. I'll be happy if we get the right kind of projects live in the next couple of months. It might be a very good thing for the entire crypto world. So yeah, so that's the reason why you're seeing ADA being pumping since morning. So moving on to the next one, Theta network partners with One Championship to launch NFT marketplace. So I'm not, Theta is a decentralized video streaming network. One of those projects that I'm very bullish on. They have recently partnered with One Championship. In fact, today announced an exclusive global partnership with Theta Network, an industry-leading blockchain platform, to launch One's first ever non-fungible token marketplace featuring collectibles that celebrate One's superstar athletes and their most memorable moments. So Theta, if you don't know, it can be, you can earn the T-Fuel token by just running a node on your laptop. If you have a spare laptop or a spare desktop, you can go to theta.network site and download their Theta Edge software, and you can run the node, and you will get probably 1 or 2 T-Fuel per week. It obviously consumes a bit of energy, but not much, right? So and it's, I feel the project is pretty good. The team behind it is also quite good. Hopefully this might be the future of video streaming. They have big investors like Sony, Samsung. All of these guys have built validator nodes for the project. So there's a lot of interest in this project, and hopefully it does well. in the long run. So we'll have to see. Only time will tell. But these are some of the projects that I'm really bullish on. And in full disclosure, I own a bit of Theta as well, and I run my Theta Edge node on my laptop. Right. So moving on to the next news. This news actually helped help the crypto world in the last 24 hours. As you know, US is about to pass the infrastructure bill, which in itself was a bit of a bearish news for the crypto world. The reason being, the term broker was loosely defined in the infrastructure bill. That apparently looks like IRS won't go after Bitcoin miners regardless of broker definition. So in the original definition within the bill, it basically says that if you are a miner, if you are a validator, if you are a developer, you have to get a KYC of anybody who's using your service, which in a lot of cases not possible at all. There are not proper KYC processes in place, and sometimes people like you and me can become validators. So if you are a validator for, say, a Polkadot, how will you be able to capture all the KYC related details of all the people who are trying to nominate you for their as a validator, right? So it's quite difficult. If, for example, if you're a developer, it's very hard for you to get that level of information from people, let alone the aspects of privacy, which itself is a big deal in the cryptoverse. So I feel that entire news was a huge bearish news, but the crypto markets didn't react in a negative way in the last few days. I think one of the reasons why it didn't react in a negative way was for the first time in the history of cryptos, a $1.5 trillion bill was stalled for some time. They went back and forth before it went into Congress for approval, because of this definition, there was a lot of debate, which in itself was a big deal for crypto, right? It kind of shows the legitimacy of the industry from a politician's standpoint or from the government standpoint. But this news, which is still speculative at the moment. So basically, what they're saying is a recently passed Senate bill would alter definition of a broker to cover those dealing in digital assets. Crypto advocates worried that could include non-custodial actors such as miners. According to reports citing anonymous officials, the Treasury won't interpret the bill broadly. So again, it's still rumors. But this rumor has actually helped Bitcoin in particular. Over the weekend, you've seen it going up. Now I think just now it got a rejection at 48K. It's come down slightly. We can go through the chart later in this video. But yeah, this is one news I wanted to cover. The other bullish news that I wanted to cover was Intel. Intel has disclosed investments in crypto exchange Coinbase. So slowly, if you see my video yesterday, so I was calling out saying more and more regulatory aspects come into crypto, or the mindset of crypto changes. Coinbase is a very classic example. They don't list any coin in the market. Listing a coin on Coinbase takes a lot of effort and a lot of scrutiny that they have to go through, right? So that itself is a very good sign from a overall health of the crypto market. So if you need more and more investors, more and more institutional investors, you need bonds coming into the crypto world. Only then you can see a Bitcoin which can go up to $1 million or $10 million. People also say it can go up to 10 million. You never know. It can. Who knows? But for that to happen, you need institutional buyers. You need a bond market to get in. So for all of these things to happen, there has to be some kind of regulations in place. So, as I said, look at Intel. Slowly they're investing in companies like Coinbase, though they have not invested directly on Bitcoin or anywhere, but they've invested in Coinbase, which is an indirect way of investing in the crypto industry, right? So the amount that they've invested is very small. It's $800,000, which is nothing. But still, it's a step towards adopting crypto, and more Fortune 500 companies start adopting crypto, Bitcoin in particular. We'll see a lot of shift in the prices, and bringing in more legitimacy to the industry. Right. So moving on to the next topic, which is on the similar lines of institutional buying aspects. So there was a report that just came out which says over half of world's leading banks have crypto exposure. The report went on to say that the likes of just one second, over half of 100 over half of the 100 largest banks in the world by AUM reportedly have exposure to cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology through projects in the space, according to a newly published report. So, for example, see, these institutions' involvement in crypto space reportedly encompasses direct and indirect investments made by the institutions themselves or through subsidiaries. The report names Barclays, Citigroup, and Goldman Sachs amongst the most active in the space, followed by JP Morgan and PNB Paribas. So if you see, there's a lot of cultural or a mindset shift amongst all these big banks. It's not driven by their proactiveness into getting into this market. I think it's driven by the customers. JP Morgan has been an anti Bitcoin, anti crypto for years, and everybody knows that. But why is JP Morgan doing it today? It's because the customers want them to do it. They have gone to their wealth managers saying, hey, if you don't want to invest in Bitcoin, then I'm going to move my funds to somebody else who's interested in doing that for me, right? So that's how these guys have come into play, and I think more and more regulations come into picture, more and more legitimacy that happens to the market. You'll see the big banks getting in heavily, right? It may be a good and a bad thing as well. Good thing in the way is there'll be a lot of money that will pour into the market. It'll bring in more retail investment as well, because people will see the likes of JP Morgans or Citigroups of the world getting into it. People will eventually, I think we have 125 million, I think, of people who are invested in crypto today. We are still early, very very early in the entire journey. So these kind of banks, when they get in, when they go all into crypto, we'll see a more retail adoption as well. And if you are an long-term investor, a macro investor in Bitcoin, I think this is great news for you, right? So on the Coinbase listing, I think let's probably go through 5 new altcoins launch across Coinbase's crypto trading platforms. So as I mentioned earlier, Coinbase doesn't take any project onto its platform without doing a proper scrutiny of those projects. So if you see as so many meme coins, there are about 4 or 5, I think 10,000 coins in the market today, right? And it is very very hard for these coins to make it to Coinbase. It is relatively easier to get into Binance. It's still difficult to get into Binance, don't take me wrong. Easier to get into exchanges like KuCoin, Gate.io. All of these exchanges is fairly easy, KuCoin in particular. But Binance is slightly difficult. Coinbase is extremely difficult. So whenever these coins gets listed onto Coinbase, you straight away see a 2x or a 3x from the price from where it is, right? So the recent additions have been Axie Infinity, which is your gaming NFT. If you don't know how to play that, it's an amazing platform. I think I would call that as the Ethereum of how do I put? I don't think it's Ethereum of gaming. It is the Aave or compound of gaming, because this Axie Infinity has kind of lifted the entire NFT gaming market. Request is the other currency, which is and I think this particular the use case for this is it uses certain protocols for interacting for payments. So that's what I think it does. TrueFi and QuickSwap are decentralized finance DeFi's. Wrapped Luna is a token that is pegged against Terra Luna on Ethereum network. Luna has been doing really well. If you've noticed in the last few weeks, Luna has been doing extremely well. Mainly because I believe, in full disclosure, I've got a significant amount of investment into Luna. The reason I did invest in Luna was it's got real world use cases. So in South Korea, there is a network called Chia network. Chia protocol, Chai, not Chia network is a different token. Chai, CHAI, I think. It is very similar to PayPal's of the world. So they use Terra Luna blockchain for settlement of payments, which in itself is pretty big, right? And it's a legitimate it's a genuine company, and they're they are doing millions of transactions per day through their product. So that is one of the reasons I was pretty interested in Luna. And I like there are a few few DeFi platforms on Luna. Must have heard Anchor, Mirror, Anchor. You have UST, US Terra token, which is pegged against US dollar. You get 20% APY, and it's fixed. Okay, you can use your hardware ledger to connect to that platform and use it. So the point is, Luna is another really good token. So it's kind of proven in the market, and that's why Wrapped Luna has also got listed on Coinbase. So it's very important to keep an eye on what Coinbase lists, and usually whichever gets listed on Coinbase are fairly safer to invest. All right, moving on to next news. For all your football fans, Messi, as you know, left Barcelona and he's joined PSG. Apparently, he's been provided, he's been given a significant amount in a fan token, so a PSG fan token. So as part of his welcome kit, they've given significant amount of cryptocurrency as part of his negotiations. I know this is not. I wouldn't say this is a game changer or anything, but it's good to see that a lot of players getting involved in cryptocurrencies, which is a bullish sign, right? So I always believe in, there are some 55 million people who are millionaires in the world. If each one of them owns one Bitcoin, right, so the Bitcoin price would probably shoot up to 500,000, right? So Messi is a billionaire probably. So people like Messi and all other footballers or sportsmen getting involved in crypto would be nice, would be good. So according to a report by Reuters, the negotiations for Messi's new contract included a signing fee paid in club's cryptocurrencies fan token, which is PSG fan token. A representative confirmed the report with Reuters, saying the token were included as part of a welcome package, which other media reports have estimated to be worth $29 to $35 million. So significant money, right? Anyway, so moving on to the next news. Again, still bad news for Binance. Well, this I wouldn't say is bad news. It's just more of an FYI. So there was UK High Court has ordered Binance to investigate a 2.6 million hack. So there was a hack. Cambridge-based AI company Fetch.ai requested Binance to identify and track hackers as well as freeze their accounts. Fraudsters reportedly hacked into Fetch.ai's cryptocurrency accounts in June, selling assets off to a third party. Binance has indicated they are complying with court's order. Look, this is not a negative news per se. I think, in fact, it's probably a positive news for Binance that they've been asked to do it and they're complying to the regulators' ask. Right. So, yesterday I was just pointing out that Binance is slowly realizing that they got to behave themselves or align with the regulators, otherwise they'll be out of business soon. So now they've reduced the leverage from 200x to 20x, I think. So that itself, if you see, there's a volatility has reduced for crypto. I saw an article on Bloomberg this morning saying, the recent run in the last couple of weeks has been with lowest leverage. And Bloomberg believes that if the leverage gets switched on, then we can see another 2x or 3x by end of this year, right? I feel the majority of leverage has been on Binance, since Binance has not been able to, give that facility to its users. I feel that's why the leverage has reduced. That's my feeling. I may be completely wrong. People, if you guys have gone through data and are able to, give your views, please comment on this video and let me know. Right. Lastly, I wanted to cover the last piece of news was Polygon acquires Hermes network for $250 million. Will merge native tokens. So I think they'll be called as Polygon Hermes token. So they're I read it somewhere that they are each token, they'll be distributing it as 3.5 Polygon token is to 1. So that's the distribution method that they'll use. So this is a pretty decent merger. A layer 2 solution is merging with zero knowledge proofs. So it's a zero knowledge roll up solution like Hermes, which is probably a good thing, good sign for both the projects. All right, so these were the key news items that I wanted to discuss today. Apart from that, I thought I will also show you a site called DAP Radar. I'm quite heavy into NFT gaming. I keep a track of which are the games that are upcoming and what games should I invest in and play. So Axie Infinity is one game that I've invested in, and if you see the current volume, it is still number 1. Illuvium is something that I have not invested in. I thought of this when it was $100, but then I did not invest at that point in time, thinking there is the game. When is the game going to come? There's no clarity around it, so I did not go invest in it. But now, if you see, it's about $560, I think, this morning. So the games are still not live, but there's a lot of hype around this platform. So the other one I have invested in My DeFi Pet. Again, the game has not started. It's just right now it's in a position where you buy those pets and nurture them. Then there is one more game that I've kind of invested in, is Synergy of Serra. Pretty cool, looks pretty cool. The card game. Again, it's still the game is still not released, but I've read the white paper and I really liked the idea behind it. There's one more which is not coming up here. It's called Jojo.fun. It's on BSC. So I've just invested in that as well in the last few days. So they had auctions. They had something called as blind box. They've got some 5-6 characters, NFT characters. So you spend some 0.2 Binance BNB, and out of those 5 characters you may get one of them. So there are, out of those 5 characters, there's one character called Jojo Knight, Jojo Scientist, which is the top tier character. And if you get that, straight away you are making, it's on the marketplace, it's about $2,000, and you're getting it for less than $100. So I was lucky. I went and had that blind box auctions that I picked up. I picked up 2 characters. One was Jojo Scientist. I got it for 0.2 Binance coin. Right now it's being sold on the marketplace for about $1,000. So I think their auctions have got finished today. So every day I was waiting for those auctions, and it used to take less than 30 seconds to for the entire auction to get dry up. There are about 750 blind boxes every day, and it goes away within 30 seconds. All right, so if you guys are interested in gaming NFTs, do let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy to cover them as part of my next video. So that's all I had for today. If you like the content, please subscribe and leave a comment. I'll be very happy to give you more such news and insights on things that are happening in the crypto world. So until next time, goodbye.